everybody. I wanted to go over our syllabus for the course a bit. Now, I would like you to go ahead and read through this because I'm not going to cover every detail on it. So please do look through this on your own, but I did want to highlight some of the most important things that you can find on the syllabus. So, of course, you'll find all the basic information about our class here, the full name of the course, of course, and the number of credit hours you'll receive, which is 4 for this class. It actually has a higher classroom average number of hours than most classes, so you'll get some extra units here. And you'll find all the basic information about me as an instructor. If you need to contact me or if you want to meet with me in my office, you'll find all of that information here on the syllabus. So you'll notice the location of my office is in Building 3 on the Prescott campus in room 243. So that's where you'd go if you wanted to meet me in person. You can, of course, make a Zoom appointment with me anytime if you'd prefer. So you don't necessarily have to come on campus if you want to meet with me and work on one of your assignments. My office hours, my regular office hours, are Monday and Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and 4 to 5 p.m. So you can drop by any of those times and find me in person. You're welcome to make an appointment at other times if I'm available, of course, if those hours don't work for you. But those times of the day on Monday and Wednesday, you can definitely find me in my office. So feel free to stop by if you'd like. And there's my office telephone. That's actually a Zoom number. You can use that if you like. I tend to only check that every so often. It's not necessarily convenient, but email is probably the best way to contact me because I constantly check that on my phone. So nicole.dean@yc.edu. So I recommend using that if possible for whatever communication, and I usually am pretty good about getting back within 24 hours. If you don't hear from me, it's possible I missed your email, so feel free to just email again if you don't hear from me in 24 hours. But usually I'm pretty good at getting back pretty fast, okay? So I recommend using email to contact me. And you'll find the description of our class. I'll go ahead and read the description just so you know what you're going to be studying. Fundamental skills for reading and writing in college. Introduction to college level reading skills. Will emphasize developing vocabulary, using adaptive reading strategies, recognizing organizational patterns, identifying main ideas and supporting details, and analyzing for comprehension. Includes an introduction to basic sentence, paragraph, and essay writing skills required for college success in college. Okay? So basically we're going to be doing a lot of reading and writing, and you'll get some tips and tricks about how to do that better, for better comprehension, better memory, to get better grades on your exams when you have to read something. Also, you'll be writing a lot of papers in college, so you'll learn how to set up an essay, how to do some basic research, and that kind of thing. Okay? The textbooks for the class, everything is provided, so you don't have to buy anything. We are using the text Disability Visibility, so you'll be receiving a copy of that, and I will be scanning copies of the articles that we'll be reading. So, in other words, everything is already provided, so you don't have to worry about that, okay? And as I mentioned in the previous video, that's also the write-or-read for this year, so it will help you prepare to participate in some of the events that will be coming up related to this book. The author, or rather the editor of this volume, because it has many authors actually of short essays in the book, but the person who put the book together, the editor of the book, is going to visit us. So you'll be able to ask her some questions. Course requirements beyond that, you do need internet access and Microsoft Word. You can get both of those on campus. If you don't have either one of those, the Microsoft Word is available for download free of charge to students, so I recommend that you go ahead and do that, and I can show you in class as well how to do that. Also, internet access, you have that of course on campus. If you want to work at home, though, you will have to have some sort of access to turn things in. You can probably work at home without an internet access, but to turn things in, you will have to be able to get online, okay? Because everything is turned in the Canvas shell, so be aware of that. I won't go over the course content and learning outcomes. It's pretty much the same as what we described before. Go ahead and read through those if you like. In terms of the grading policy, basically the biggest part of your grade is that iSearch paper. The iSearch paper is a long paper that we'll be preparing in sections throughout the semester. So there's different portions of the paper that you'll be writing at different times in the semester. And it's basically you choosing a research topic and going through the process of researching it completely. And you kind of tell a story of doing that research at the same time. And you notice it's worth quite a bit, 40% of the entire grade. So it's pretty heavily weighted. So you want to definitely pay attention to that requirement as we go through it so that you do it correctly. You can think of it like ultimately the final exam in this class, because we don't have a written final exam, just the paper. So really pay attention to that paper and make sure that you're keeping up with it and doing it step by step as we go through it in class, okay? And then you'll also have some discussion boards that are in the Canvas shell, and 20% of the grade will be based on those discussion boards, and usually you'll have to write anywhere from a paragraph to 2 or 3 paragraphs in response to some prompt that we're talking about in class. Okay? And the in-person class has some advantages in the sense that we do much of this in class, or at least you're given a lot of guidance for doing it in class. So for that reason, make sure you come to class regularly and on time, and then you'll always be up on these things, and you'll probably get a lot of your work done in class, okay? Other than that, though, everything is due on Sunday, so keep that in mind, that probably you'll have a lot of things you need to be turning in either on Sunday or sometime before that. But beyond that, you can arrange your own time. So if you work during the week and you have to do work on the weekends only, fine. It's probably not the ideal thing. The best thing is to spread out the times that you are working on activities. But if you have to, you can arrange things as you wish. And then also there are some reading quizzes, and this is just basic comprehension of the assignments. And then there's vocabulary building activities, so that's also 10%. Those are both 10%. And then other reading and writing exercises, and this is all sorts of different things, such as pre-writing activities, grammar activities, punctuation, mechanics, all of that. Okay, a lot of that will be done in class. Okay, so that's how the overall grade weights go. So just remember that those discussion boards and the iSearch paper are the most important part of the grade, okay? Makeup exam policy. There's no exams to make up as there might be in other classes. However, you may decide you want to resubmit something for a better grade. I'll allow that with 2 items. I recommend doing that for part of the iSearch paper or one of the online discussions if you decide to do that, because those are the more heavily weighted items. Okay. Other than that, I do allow up to 1 week late for a 10% reduction in grade. My recommendation is just come and keep up on things, because you'll get buried in a lot of assignments. Also, the in-class things really can't be done on your own very well. So it's best to be in class, just get them done and be done with it, okay? And the grading time frames, I try to get back the shorter things within a week. For longer things, such as parts of the iSearch paper, I may need 2 weeks for that. And I'll let you know if I need longer, okay? Then the letter grade assignment. This is just your classical ABC kind of grading scheme. So I'll let you look at that. It's the normal thing you're probably already used to. There's also this section in the syllabus that goes all over the institutional policies. These are the same in every class, so I'm not going to read through any of these, but if you haven't read through this, make sure you do read through it at least once so that you understand things like withdrawing from a course, getting to student email, attendance, and all this stuff, academic integrity, all of that. Okay? So do read over that at some time, but I'm not going to read through it right now because, as I said, it's the same in every class. So let's move down to this, part 5, the topic outline and schedule. These show all of the due dates. You can see all the reading assignments here. This week, while I'm gone, you're going to be doing one discussion board in the Canvas course, so you can go ahead and start with that. And then in class, you'll do a diagnostic writing. And then we'll start with our first reading assignment from the disability visibility next week. Okay, and you'll have a discussion board on that, and you'll do a vocabulary exercise, etc. Okay, so every Monday I open up the new module for the week. Okay, I don't have everything open because, number one, I'm creating some new assignments based on the write or read, which isn't the usual book for the class. So I'm in the process of creating some of those, but also I don't want people to speed through them. We need to do this as a class because some of these are involved in the class. So please just go step by step and expect things to open up on Monday and expect to have things due on Sunday. That's usually how things are set up. There's one important exception to that, and that's when the very final draft of the iSearch paper is due. That's due on a Saturday because that's the last day of the semester, and I can't take them on a Sunday because our course will have closed by then. So you have till that very last Saturday to turn in your final iSearch paper. But normally the due dates are on Sunday. Okay, so just be aware of that. And you will see in Canvas the due dates popping up so you'll know exactly what is due that week. Okay, but if you want to see an overview, it's all right here with the copy of the disability visibility. You are welcome to go ahead and start reading some of the ones that you see here in this topic outline and schedule. So if you want to speed forward on something before the actual modules are open, you're welcome to go ahead and start reading those. Although we will be talking about active reading strategies, so you might want to wait and hear about those before you go too far with the reading. But you can go ahead if you like. Okay, so I think that's it. The due dates, of course, are one of the major things you need to be aware of. If you have any other questions about the course, please do reach out at this email that I have here on this first page, the nicole.dean@yc.edu. I will be checking that regularly even while I'm gone, so please go ahead and reach out if you have any questions. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.